never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you. And you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You should. I've earned the cost and now I've paid it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, please don't go. I know my face a memory erasing. Been a few years since I heard your voice, yeah. Lost a few here, but it's not by choice, no. Girl, I see your face every day when I look through my phone. Can't delete all these memories, won't leave me alone. Hit my blind side, never saw you coming. You were so wild, but no, I was nothing. And I'm nothing now, nothing's changed. You know I'm just the same. Miss you now, but I hope that someday you explain. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you. And you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be.
Hello? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. My light just went out as soon as I think I hit a button. Hello, world. How's everyone doing? Good to see you all. Thank you all for joining me. Okay, good. You can hear me. Okay. I wasn't sure if my mic went out too. How is everyone? I hope you are well. It's kind of nothing on YouTube right now, so thought I'd go live for a little bit and talk about some things. So guess what? Happening just maybe 50 minutes ago. The reward fund. Thank you. This is my Tiger King shirt. Joe Exotic. All right, let me show you what's going on here. Court declares entirety of Summer Wells Reward Fund to go to Child Advocacy Center. So great news in that arena. So let's play it. And then I got some stuff.
At 6, the team you can trust for 70 years.
An agency that helps abused children will receive thousands of dollars donated to the Summer Wells Reward Fund. Good evening, I'm Josh Smith.
I'm Sarah Diamond. Court documents reveal that was the decision of a Hawkins County judge last week. The reward money donated by the public in hopes of generating leads in the search for the 5-year-old girl who was reported missing by her parents June 15th of 2021.
Well, despite an Amber Alert and a year and a half of intense searching, Summer has...
Look, we have Robin Lane's name. Robin Lane.
It's never been found. Without a resolution in the case, questions arose about what should happen to the approximately $40,000 in an account administered by the Churchill Rescue Squad.
Yeah, the rescue squad asked the court to intervene to resolve any legal disputes. The judge ruled the Children's Advocacy Center of the 3rd Judicial District alone will receive the money. Summer Wells, 7 years old.
And her Amber Alert remains active tonight. Credible tips can be phoned into the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or emailed in to tips2TBI@tn.gov.
Okay, so thoughts on this? I know a lot. I mean, I am glad that it went to the reward fund. I will say that. I am so glad it went to there. It didn't go in Don and Candace's pocket, or anyone else's for that matter. But as someone just mentioned in chat, you know, we would have all had it rather go toward, you know, the reward going to someone who was able to bring Ford Summer home. So, you know, it's a bittersweet thing. So does I guess this means now no reward fund? So you know, if someone wants to bring Summer home, it's not, you know, there's no reward. I mean, I would hope and pray someone would do it out of the goodness of their hearts, obviously, but you know, it's always a nice incentive for maybe people who are more scared to talk, that kind of thing. Hey guys, good to see you all. So yeah, kind of bittersweet. Better than going to Don and Candace. Amen, sis. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes. Yes. I smell Tim Mullen. You can smell him a country mile away. Okay. So now I want to talk to you about Justin. Not this Justin, another Justin. So there is this very small channel on YouTube. And in my opinion, I don't believe him. I'm just going to say it flat out. You're going to see me say it flat out. I don't believe him. He is saying that he has an inside source to this craziness, talking to Dylan, talking about very personal information, may or may not be true. That I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. And when he's talking about SEX changes and transitioning and all that stuff, it's none of our business whether Dylan ever did any of that stuff or not. So we're going to watch this video. I'm just telling you, if you haven't seen this yet, you're going to need to sit down, and you might need to take a blood pressure pill. Just a little FYI, it is a little crazy, if you ask me. Let me pull it up here.
These three men.
Okay, so it is a little low. I'm going to pull it up. Let me know if, I don't know if I need to mute it here or not. Let me know if you can hear it in just a second. 1 second. Okay, so that's one I don't need to mute on. Okay, so this is going, it's a little low to begin with, so I apologize in advance. Turn your volume up. We are going to pause it and talk about this as it goes forward.
These three men, plus an additional man, are the killers who were inside the 1122 Keene house on the night of November 13th. Now, I want to name their names, but I probably shouldn't. I've already received threats in the past, and I'm not exactly looking forward to it anymore. Due to the extra ridiculous, unconstitutional as hell gag order.
Okay, can y'all can hear that? I know it's very low, but can you hear it? Guys, my head's about to explode on this one. I want to see if y'all can hear it or not. Okay. Yep. Okay. Turn your volume up as loud as you can hear it. Okay, here we go.
Dyan cannot talk and tell her story, but I can. I am working for the defense off the books, and I am not subject to the gag order. Any intel fed to me is through a means of communication that does not break the gag order.
Okay, so he is saying that he is working for the defense. I'm going to try to get it closer. Let me know if that makes it worse or better. Volume all the way up. Hold on, let me see if he still got it on there. I bet you he deleted it. Let me check something. If he still got it up, I'll play it like that. All right. What is this video called? Give me 1 second. All right, he doesn't still have it up. Okay, so we're just going to have to make do. Yeah, this is as loud as it can be. All right, here we go. Why does it make it like this?
That information from my informant gives me legal grounds to speak.
Okay, so first I want to say he is saying that he is working for the defense. Ikare. No, sis. You are not, in my opinion, working for the defense. However, he is saying since he is working for the defense, he's working for them off the books. No, you're not. Let's get real. It's maddening. It's maddening. Okay.
Speak on this topic and to tell Dylan's story for her.
So he's saying Dylan can't tell her story, but he can tell her story for her. Nobody should tell Dylan's story other than Dylan.
The reason Dyan was attacked is because, yes, Dyan is trans.
So he said the reason Dyan was attacked is because he is saying that she is trans. And I think that's a crock of bull.
You heard me right. Dyan is trans. I know this to be a fact.
He said, you heard me right. He knows this to be a fact.
This is information that I exclusively know.
This is information that he exclusively knows. And, okay, I'm not going to say it, never mind.
I have a middleman, my informant, who's talking to Dyan for me.
He has a middleman, which is his informant, that is allegedly talking to Dyan for him. Now, this is what I want to put out there. He may actually be a vulnerable person that believes stuff like this. You know how the internet is cruel. Someone may be emailing him and saying that, oh, I've got information, this and this and this. The only thing that takes me back with that is because he said that he is working for the defense off the books. Unless he thinks he's working for the defense off the books and someone's playing him like a fiddle.
When I say that I have informants and sources, I'm really not joking about it.
When he says he has informants and sources, he's really not joking about it.
They're really legit.
Pam, how did that go?
I'm also being attacked due to being trans. As I have gotten closer and closer to the truth of what all happened in Moscow, I've been getting more and more resistance, pushback, and
So he is saying that he is trans and that he's been getting hate and more resistance.
I've even had, assault and death threats. Which, for those of you who are responsible for those threats, I've already given them to a lawyer. Have fun with that.
So he's been allegedly getting threats, and he's given it to his lawyer.
I'm absolutely the wrong trans guy to screw around with. I always tell you, fuck around and find out. Well, fuck around and find out.
F around and find out.
I'm not going to back down from this challenge because I'm not afraid of the challenge.
He's not going to back down from this challenge because he's not afraid of a challenge.
Challenges such as going through the entire process of transitioning from female to male, including 20 full years of transition. That's social, legal, medical, surgical, everything. I have fully transitioned. I am now post-transition.
So he has not allegedly, he has fully transitioned, and he's post-transition.
Including phalloplasty surgery. I breezed right through it, had all 4 stages done in less than a year and a half. I'm completely done with phalloplasty.
He's completely done with it.
So, I'm pretty sure I'm an expert on this topic. Pretty sure it's also not the place of someone who is not trans to be telling this story or talking about this topic. I mean,
he said everyone in the house was trans. Oh my God.
That said, shall we get to the meat and potatoes of it? Thanks, harsh reality. I'm stealing that from you. When Dyan was attacked last week, she suffered kidney damage.
He says Dyan was attacked last week and she suffered kidney damage. I'm saying allegedly.
Due to blunt force trauma.
He said due to blunt force.
Her injuries from this attack are more severe than anyone understands due to a specific combination of medications that Dyan has been taking.
He says due to a specific type of medications that Dyan has been taking. I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
These specific medications can cause high blood pressure, heart problems, and type 2 diabetes. The type 2 diabetes is why Dyan was put on Zinapro.
Now, he said it can cause heart conditions, blood pressure, kidney damage, and diabetes. And because this caused, or I don't know if he said diabetes or the kidneys, this is why she was put on lisinopril.
Lisinopril treats all 3 of these problems at the same time, which is why they did not give her something stronger and faster acting to treat the kidney problems.
Now, he said this is why they gave her not something that this is something that treats all 3. Lord help me. And this is the reason she was prescribed this. So for those of you that's coming in, this is a guy who says he knows Dyan from the Moscow 4. And he says he allegedly, well, he says he does, I'm saying allegedly, that he is speaking on behalf of Dyan, that she is trans and that he is working for the yes, lisinopril is a blood pressure drug, and it actually can cause kidney damage. I'm not a doctor, but I know one. I'll just say that. And just check it out for yourself, people.
Medications would have interacted and caused more problems, which nobody wants, right? So, this is also why Dyan has to have dialysis right now. Because
now, lisinopril will make you pee a lot. It's a water. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so from what I understand, it makes you. It can be for like a diuretic. It can. It's to mainly treat blood pressure, maybe off the label things, and will help you take water weight off.
Hormone therapy caused these other problems. And her kidney is at 50% functionality because of the diabetes by itself. And, she has to be on dialysis because of that.
So now he says that her kidneys are working at 50% and that Dyan is on dialysis. Lord help me, Lord.
And right now, last I was told, she is still potentially waiting for a transplant. Potentially, we don't really know yet. But originally, the night of November 13th, Dyan's life was spared because she was a loyal friend to Bethany Funky.
So he said that her life was spared because she was a friend of Brittany's.
And Dyan had life-changing surgery on January 27th of this year. She arrived home roughly February 7th or 8th. The three men found out about her surgery.
So he said she got home. Did he say February 7th or 8th? February 7th or 8th, and that the three guys found out.
It scared them.
It scared them.
Trust her. Which brings us full circle back to Monday, February 13th, 20.
Which brings us back full circle to Monday, February 13th.
Dyan wasn't supposed to survive this attack.
Dyan wasn't supposed to survive this attack.
We don't know how they found Dyan or got to her.
We don't know how they found Dyan or got to her.
But they did.
But they did.
Dyan has already been brought into PC before the attack occurred.
Dyan has already been brought into PC before the attack occurred.
Dyan is now talking and cooperating in order to help bring justice to all the victims of the events of November 13th.
So she's saying that Dyan is now cooperating to bring justice to everyone attacked.
2022. Dyan wants to come out and tell this story.
Dyan wants to come out and tell this story.
But she's not being allowed to because of the gag order.
But she's not being allowed to because of the gag order.
I was chosen to speak for her.
He was chosen to speak for her.
She has been following me, my story, and she wants to speak to me.
She has been following his story and wants to speak to him.
Which potentially I will be doing that on Wednesday.
Which potentially he will be doing that on Wednesday. That is tomorrow.
There is a chance I will get an exclusive conversation with Dyan on Wednesday.
There is a chance that he will get an exclusive conversation with Dyan on Wednesday.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
He is very much looking forward to that. Bang my head against the wall.
Because it's not the place of someone who is not trans to be telling you this information.
Because he says it's not someone who is not trans to be telling this information.
And sharing this story with you.
And sharing this story with you.
That's the truth of Dylan being trans.
That's the truth of Dylan being trans.
And
yes,
I just think it's really cool that I get to be the one to tell you.
He thinks it's very cool that he's the one who is able to tell the story.
It's a big deal that means a lot to a lot of people.
It's a big deal and it means a lot to a lot of people.
I normally don't make these videos.
He normally doesn't make these videos.
I normally don't help other people.
He normally doesn't help other people. Thank God.
I normally don't tell their stories for them.
He normally doesn't tell the stories for him.
This is a special situation.
This is a special situation.
There are extenuating circumstances to an absolutely insane degree.
There is extenuating circumstances to an absolute insane degree.
And, I'm not going to leave Dylan's side.
Not going to leave Dylan's side.
If she wants to be my friend, I will stay by her side the rest of her life.
If she wants to be his friend, he will stay by her side the rest of her life.
She is family.
She's family.
I've got her 6.
He's got her 6.
I will not back down from a fight to protect her.
He will not back down from a fight to protect her.
I will not back down from a fight to clear her name.
He will not back down from a fight to clear her name.
And restore her reputation.
And restore her reputation.
These people who did this need to be brought to justice.
The people who did this need to be brought to
I'm hoping and
justice.
praying that Wednesday, these 3 individuals will go down for what they've done.
He's hoping and praying that Wednesday, these 3 people will be brought down for what they done.
I hate when trans people are attacked.
He hates when trans people are attacked. And I think most of us hate that as well. But guys, seriously, this guy, in my opinion, is off his rocker. I mean, seriously, man. Seriously. And if he is doing this, in my opinion, for attention, he needs help. If he's just doing this to mess with someone's life. Right, Nikki?
People who don't want to open their minds and have conversations.
For people who don't want to open their minds and have conversations. It sounds like
They want to jump to false narratives and lies and making trans people out to be something they're not.
false narratives and lies and making out trans people to be something they're not.
Because there are a lot of people out there who are not trans, but they are claiming trans.
There's a lot of people out there that are trans and claiming to be trans.
And they're setting just a horrible, horrible example for the rest of us.
Setting horrible, horrible examples for the rest of us.
It's causing those of us who are actually trans to not be taken seriously.
It's causing those who are really trans not to be taken seriously.
And that by itself That didn't help Dylan at all.
That in
That made
itself
things
didn't help
worse for
Dylan
her.
at all.
And I mean, let's think about it. She was in Moscow, Idaho.
Let's think about it. She was in Moscow, Idaho.
That town is controlled by Christ Church.
That town is controlled by Christ Church. Right, Amy? What in the 4chan, 8chan? What in the 4chan, 8chan Silverado we got going on here?
And the cartel.
And the
Don't tell me
cartels.
I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong. I have more than enough evidence to back it up.
He's not wrong. He has more than enough evidence to back it up.
This town is not exactly a place where someone who is trans would want to be.
This town is not exactly a place that someone trans would want to be.
Nor would people who are gay and bi.
Nor people who are gay and bi. I come from a much smaller town than Moscow, and trust me, like, it's not
Which
that
makes
bad.
sense of why they all lived together in that house. None of them were entirely straight. Not one of them.
So he says, which is why they all lived in that house. This is, he says that they are, this is just sick to me, to be quite honest with me. Like, why is he doing this? Why?
Ethan wasn't dating Xana. Xana was Ethan's beard.
I don't even, can y'all hear that? Because I don't even want to repeat it.
Ethan was bi, if not gay. He was hooking up with Hudson. And potentially some other people who, I'm not going to name their names right now, but they know who they are. And I absolutely cannot wait for them to face justice. Because you don't attack someone who is trans and get away with it.
You don't attack someone who's trans and get away with it.
Not around me. Not in front of me.
Not in front of him.
It
Not
just
around
doesn't
him.
happen. I really am the wrong trans guy to piss the fuck off. I keep warning you. Fuck around and find the fuck out. Guess what? You fucked around, now you're finding out. I'm not sorry. And that's the key. So, until next time, I love you, fam.
So until next time, you love me. Something is, in my opinion, I don't even know what to say to that. But that is too much, way too much, overboard. Overboard. That is not cool. Not cool at all. I hope the parents, yeah. Let's get JLR on. Yeah. So it's just, it's too much. It's way too much. And he claimed a lot of major accusations in that. And it's none of his business. And it's not his story. And Dylan, there is nothing to suggest that she is transitioned. And if she did, so what? It's her, and it's none of any of our business. And what, I mean, it just made way outlandish Oh, Nosy, thank you for gifting. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Would be under a gag order. Yeah. Now, the gag order doesn't apply to the family members. Would it apply to the ones in the house, or is it just law enforcement? You know, I want to give the kid like some benefit and be like, is he just gullible and he's believing, or is there, you know, does he need help? Exactly, JD, exactly. If you zoom in, it looks like he's in his mom's basement with plastic tubs and crap. Well, that's one out of every 3 YouTubers on. Sorry. So I don't know. I just think it's a little bit cray cray, if you ask me. Where did that thought from? D is trans. Well, listen, Dylan has, in my opinion, been treated very unfairly, and she hasn't got to tell her story, and we don't know everything that happened. And on 4chan, since the beginning, like, they have made, guys, listen, I did not know that people could actually be even crazier than YouTube people, because like they were saying bad stuff about her, like, and they were calling her, they were saying that she was trans and making like crazy stuff, just absolute crazy stuff, by putting misunderstood. I don't think so necessarily. Jay, where have you been? Dylan was the one up the room. Are you talking to me? Of course I know Dylan was one of the roommates. If you're talking to me. Oh, okay, this Jay. Okay, sorry. I was like, some people call me Jay, so I thought, okay, sorry. Okay. All right. So, you know, it's just absolutely ridiculousness. Now, I want to tell you guys a brief story on something that I haven't even heard until today, like literally today. And it is, let me show you. Let me pull it up. Trigger warning. 9 children pew-pews at Georgia gas station. 9 children. 9 children. We live in the United States of America, people. Oh my God. This is America. This is not Kabul, North Korea. Nine children at a Georgia gas station. This is insanity. Columbus, Georgia. 9 youths, including a 5-year-old child, was wounded after pew-pews rang out at a gas station in Georgia City bordering Alabama, authorities said Saturday. Officers of the Columbus Police Department responded about 10 p.m. Friday and found multiple pew-pew victims amid a large group of people. Let me just say something because I was just thinking about this. Like, a lot of people has not seen this. I just saw this today. I'm in the news every freaking day. And this is just another story. Another story. And we should never, ever become conditioned to this news. It should not be just another story. These are 9 youthful human beings. You got me? 9 in America. So, had to say that. We cannot become conditioned. If we become conditioned, nothing changes if nothing changes. Okay. So, Police Chief Freddie Blackman said at a news conference Saturday that the altercation apparently took place at a party nearby and it spilled over to the gas station when the pew-pews began. Further details were not provided, but Blackman said the incident remained under investigation. Quote, I am committed to assuring that we will find the person or persons responsible for this senseless crime. He said. Blackman said detectives have spoken with witnesses, some of whom are cooperating while others are not. Quote, I encourage anyone with information to contact police. I encourage parents whose child was injured in this incident to make sure that the information to share that is shared with the police. We will work around the clock to resolve this, he said. The victims, whose names were not released, ranged from 5 years old to 7 years old. 7 males, 2 females were hurt, police said. As of Saturday afternoon, at least 4 had been discharged from the hospital where they were treated. I may have an update. 2 13-year-old females, a 5-year-old male, 12-year-old male, 13-year-old male, 14-year-old male, 2 15-year-old males, and a 17-year-old male. And they're saying the rash of pew-pew violence involving our youth is impacting communities across the country. While Columbus is not immune to these incidents, I want to assure the citizens that the men and the women of CPD are tirelessly working to get the violent offenders off the streets. It doesn't say if any passed or died. It doesn't say. So, hey, Trevor, if you want to come up, just let me know. If you want to talk about the Summer Wells Reward Fund, I didn't know if you want to talk about that or anything. You're welcome to. Just let me know. Let one of my mods know. So, it's just... Hold on. Okay, hold on. I got a new article. Wait a second. Look at this. I got an updated one. Police, 9 children pew-pewed at Georgia gas station. An altercation apparently took place at a party nearby and spilled over to gas station when shooting began. High school pallbearers carry the coffin of a young victim, Lloyd Levon Foster III, 16 years old, during his funeral at Greater Springfield Baptist Church at the Vine Center neighborhood of Atlanta, Georgia. Non-use. Let's see here. I don't know if he was the only one. You know, they keep a lot of it under wraps if they're young until. And this is the thing. No arrests have been made at all. At all. No arrest. None. There you go. None. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What is the world coming to? Okay. So we got that. We got that. We got Brian. Okay. Wait, no. All right. Now, do y'all remember that mother who took the lives of, she tried to take the lives of her 3 children. She was a good mother. We thought, I'm going to show you. Lindsay Clancy. Remember her? A couple weeks ago? I know there's so many anymore. It's hard to keep up. But do you guys remember? All right. So, let me tell you something. Prosecutors are saying she premeditated this. Premeditated. So let me tell you something. She allegedly sent her husband on a mission. Sent her husband on a mission, right? And told him to go to the pharmacy, go to I don't know, different places. Grocery store, this place, that place, this place, that place. And she sent him on a route. She checked it with her Apple phone to make sure the longest way possible, so it would take the longest time. Then, after she angles her 3 kids, thank God one survived, she then slits up here and she jumps off the roof. That's exactly right. All timed it out on her Apple map. This was one, guys. This was one where I thought, oh my God, mental. She just, all 3 passed. Oh my God, I thought one survived. Okay, we're going to read it. Let's read it. Holy heck. All right. So, on night, her 3 kids were, Lindsay Clancy was, quote, smiling and happy, husband told police. So, Lindsay Clancy was in good spirits hours before she allegedly her kids. 3 young children, her husband told police, according to prosecutors. In court Tuesday, Plymouth County Assistant District Attorney Jennifer Sprague told Patrick Clancy, told police his wife's demeanor that day wasn't raising any red flags. And in fact, quote, the defendant was having one of her best days, end quote. She was smiling and happy, and there was no indication that she was going to harm the kids, Patrick said, per the prosecution. She has since pleaded not guilty on 2 counts of murder, 3 counts of strangulation, and 3 counts of assault and battery and dangerous. Following the deaths of the children, Clancy allegedly wrist and neck and leapt from her second-story bedroom window in attempt at unaliving herself. She remains paralyzed from the waist down, her attorney says. Prosecutors say the alleged was executed with deliberate premeditation and extreme autocracy and cruelty, end quote, and accused Clancy of intentionally sending her husband, Patrick, on an errand to run to pick up dinner and prescription medications at CVS that evening so that she could act out her plans to kill their kids. Quote, she created the situation and she used Apple Maps to make sure she would have enough time to angle each kid before her husband returned from where she had sent him, prosecutor said. A judge declined to set monetary bail for Clancy and instead ordered she remained held at a current hospital until medically cleared to be transferred to another facility. She is set to return to court on May 2nd. Thoughts? My God. I am going to try to do the phone system today. If anybody wants to call in. We got more to talk about here, but I'm just going to open the phone lines. 307-228-4906. If you want to call in, you are welcome to. Now, let me show you this. Prosecutors said mass mom accused of 3 kids resented them. Her lawyer said it was psychosis. So the prosecutors, they're not giving this woman any mercy. Not giving her nothing. Thank you, Southern Gal. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Don't know, Patty. Don't know. All right. So they're saying that Lindsay, prosecutors are saying in the months leading up to the unalivings of her 3 children, Lindsay Clancy documented her feelings in a note on her phone. Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts mother, suspected of unaliving her 3 children. Allegedly, she wrote that she resented her 2 children prior to the, according to the prosecutors. Authorities accused Clancy of strangling each of her kids to and exercise banned on January 24th after she allegedly claimed she heard a man's voice telling her to do so. I don't get this. I mean, like, this makes me wonder if there was like something else. Like, why did she start resenting them all of a sudden? Like, was something going on in her life? Was she unhappy in her marriage? Was she seeing someone else? Was she, like something had to be going on. I know she was a nurse. Wasn't she like a pediatric nurse too? She was still having issues with meds. I don't know. We're gonna get to that. Excuse me. Clancy has since pleaded not guilty on the 2 counts of murder, 3 counts of violation, and 3 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. During a court hearing Tuesday, prosecutors said in the months leading up to the alleged unalivings of 7-month-old Colin, 3-month-old Dawson, and 5-year-old Cora, babies. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine, guys? Like, seriously, think about it for just a second. 3 kids, 3 kids' funerals that father, how in the hell does he go on? How do you go on after something like that? How do you go on? Oh my God. During a court hearing Tuesday, prosecutors said I read that, that she had documented.
Hello, Moto.
What am my phone numbering? Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Hello. So I've never called in before, but this one has me like losing my mind.
Yes.
I am Dawson Decor, aka Lindsay, is actually my name as well. I truly believe in this case that the medication, the combination, I cannot believe that her physician did not cross-check and know that she was on all these different medications.
So,
and as we know, and sometimes it's noted that if you have the sorry, I'm catching myself.
yeah, you're good.
The dilatation,
You're good.
to be cautious. And I really think it has to do with that. And she probably did hear somebody telling her to do things that she did.
So, was she on any psych meds?
A lot.
Oh, okay.
A lot. There
Okay.
was like 5 or 6. I don't know exactly, but
5 or 6 psych meds?
Yes. And I truly believe with the amount of people, her being a
professional
pediatric nurse, and the amount of people that have apparently written in supporting the type of person that they have always known her to be, even way back to high school, that this was not something that anybody could have seen. So the only thing I can think of is honestly the medication.
Yeah. So Jessie Lynn, she says 13 meds, Justin, in 3 months. Jen said she was on 3 meds.
No, I know it was more than 3, but they may have changed them up. But I want to say it was about 5 or 6.
I mean, and I want to make something clear. I don't think anybody is normalizing filicide. I just want to make clear, like, what she did is atrocious.
No.
It is atrocious.
But I agree, though, with your point of how it appears that it was planned out. Because that I struggle with, because it's apparent that she did. She's been her husband and all that. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know enough about psych meds to know exactly what they do.
Yeah.
But I don't think, as far as her character, that she would have done this from, based on what they're sharing, had she not been in a postpartum, state that apparently she was diagnosed with.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was thinking the same thing, that they were really going hard on her when she presented in court, and they were fighting to have her to serve in the prison. Meanwhile, she's I guess, from her belly button down. She's paralyzed and in a bed, and she's clearly not a flight risk. And my heart was breaking because of that, which I was like, what, how can you think this way after the horrific things that have been done? But clearly she's not fit to be thrown in jail. She's not a flight risk. And I do think that they need to do a little more deep dive into whether or not the medications truly did, lead her to do this.
Yeah. Now, you see, like, I think, after she did that, and then she did that to herself, right? She tried to, it wasn't just for her self gain. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't
Right.
do that and then trying to go out living her best life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I had to call when you started to say that. Was there like somebody else? Was there a reason for this? I truly don't think so. I really, based on, the things that people have said about her, and, for a sweet person she always has been. And in fact, she apparently wrote that she wanted to have another child someday. I just think this really went downhill quickly, possibly because of the medication.
I mean, from the outside, she looks, I mean, they look like a perfect family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Perfect.
And absolutely.
She looks,
and she was close to her parents, and they had just visited, and she was, in touch with her mom, and they had just had a great weekend. I just cannot, I can't go with that. She purposely did this without some type of, something assisting her.
yeah.
And that would be the medication. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Now, regardless, I feel like she should still be punished, obviously. You know what I mean? She needs to be either in jail or some type of, facility that's similar, but she needs.
I mean, she's definitely going to have some serious, I imagine, psychological effects from this. I believe I had heard them say that she's now coming to the realization of her actions on top of her condition from all of this.
Now,
that's enough, obviously, to put you in some type of psychiatric facility for some time and then maybe move her on. Without question, she has to suffer the consequences. I think it's just a sad story from both.
Now, my question is, when did she start? It really depends on the timing when she started getting postpartum and when that note was written in the phone. You know what I mean? Because, like, if it was prior to her postpartum, then we have a problem, in my opinion.
Well, the baby's 8 months old.
So
I don't know if she was taking an extended leave, and I don't know enough about postpartum to know when it could begin to affect you.
Right, I don't either.
After, months later, I don't know how long she's been, treating and what have you. I do think it is weird that her husband did say she's having the best, one of her better days.
Yeah.
And, nobody would have suspected. But again, we don't understand everything that goes through one's mind in this type of situation. But I just won't be surprised if it all comes back to the combination of medications in this case.
Yeah.
And that poor man left with nobody.
I know.
And I wonder, have you read, or has anybody read, if he is supporting her or supportive of, hold on, I apologize. I wonder if he's supportive of her despite what's been done. There are some people that stick by their spouse despite, because of knowing maybe it was, not something that they purposely did or intentionally did, I guess.
I don't know if I could do it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could.
I agree.
I don't think I could.
Agree.
I don't know.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. but I've been watching you for so long, and I truly adore you.
Thank you,
and
my dear.
Molly, and
I appreciate
the
it.
whole Heels on the Ground. And again, I've never called in, but
Well, thank you for calling in.
And I'm always listening.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good. All right. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
I don't know why my other phone didn't ring. That's an interesting perspective. I really want to know, like, when the postpartum started, because if you think, was it the resentment that started and then postpartum, or was postpartum already there when it started? But I don't know. But this is the thing I was thinking also. How can a doctor prescribe you 13 different medications within just a few months? That is the most irresponsible thing I've heard in my entire life.
Moto.
731, thank you for calling. Hello? Hello, you're live on the air. Oh, thank you. Okay. Hey, girl. Oh, you're sweet. Yeah. Molly's got to be put in her place sometimes, and I do it. I do it more offline than I do it online, but sometimes I do it. No, no. Please. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling. You too, honey. Bye-bye. That's sweet. Very sweet. You couldn't hear the caller? Couldn't hear the caller? Well, son of a brick. I bet you it's my output again. Hold on. I think I got it fixed now. Well, anyway, she said some nice things. Sorry. You want to call back again, Southern Girl? We can rehearse again. She was just calling to say hi, was what it was. And she said, yeah, pretty much it. Pretty much it. Yeah, I know a lot of the babies. I don't know. I just can't imagine. Can't imagine. Now, someone said in chat that he didn't even show up for court. I took a medication for headaches, an antidepressant, same she took, and I almost lost my mind. Yeah, Plant Diva, I'm sorry. She was just calling to say hello. Son of a brick. I say that all the time. Son of a brick. And mother trucker. Camille, hey honey, how you doing? How you doing? Guys, everybody put some prayer hands in the chat for Camille. She lost her beloved daddy just a couple days ago, and she is taking care of that. And please show her support, please. We love Camille. She has been so good to me, the community, my channel, and we are constantly thinking of her. You need to look up what is going on in Walker County, Alabama. The sheriff's department froze an inmate on to, and there's an inside whistleblower with pics. Oh, Bruno. I will do that. You know me, honey. We dig deep. What we need to do, we dig deep, honey sister. I will do that. Thank you. And thank you for your super chat. It means a lot. Thank you. Anitriptyline. Well, yeah, I mean, so something that may affect, may not be much to you, to another person, it might, do something out of this world to everyone is so different, right? And that's just the way it is. Yeah, we're very sorry for your loss, Camille. People act like nurses. And that's true, Buddha Belly. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Listen, doctors mess up all the time, nurses, everyone. We are all human, and we all have professions that are our professions, but it doesn't make us, infallible or anything like that. It just makes us, that's, our job. And I knew 2 women 2 years ago who had PP psychosis, and the husband knew something wasn't right for a couple of weeks with their wives. The husbands had to take them into the hospital to be. Really? Were they like friends and both of them had it? Carla, that's interesting. I mean, I'm sorry it happened, but oh, Camille, we praying for you, honey. Praying for you. It is everyone, we all go through trials in our lives, and none of us get out of this life without trials. None of us get out of this life with something happening to us ever so often, right? We all suffer in this life, but it's not, most of the things is not how we suffer. It's really how we get back up and continue on with life. Now, I'll be the first to say, with losing a kid or something, that is the one where I don't know how people do it. That is the one that I just don't know. I mean, but for the rest of it, it's really how we get back up on, and how we choose to deal with things. We definitely care for you, honey. Definitely care. So let me tell you, Brian Walsh, his wife was beautiful Anna Walsh. A lot happening here. Let me show you this. There was an article of Brian Walsh that came out, and it said he was as dumb as dirt. I'm like, ew. Not very good. Not very good. Okay, where am I at? Hold on. So, leading up to the murder of Anna Walsh, Anna, she was, there was strain, but then she thought things might have been getting better. But like just a day or two up until her death, there was a blowout. There was a big blowout. And Anna was liquefying her portfolio here, and she was planning on moving everything of hers to DC. She was moving to DC without Brian. I know, another Brian. God, can we get these? Is anybody in here married to a Brian? Just let me know. So, oops, where am I? Okay, so this was a home that Anna bought She sold this in Marblehead, Massachusetts house in 2020. Guess how much this house costs in Massachusetts? Guess. Y'all, I mean, maybe I'm spoiled where I live, but how much y'all think this house cost? I'm just saying. Okay. Where the wind blows, you're about where I live, 125. No. So this house cost $840. She sold it for $840,100. $840,100. She bought it in 2018 for $510,000. She made a pretty sweet. Now where I live, that house would probably cost about 125, 150,000. So yeah, the house, I mean, it would cost like 125, 150,000 where I am. And I thought, holy, yeah, it's a cute house. It's, it's just but she made she made basically what, $350,000. She almost doubled her freaking money. I mean, not doubled it, but she made a lot more money. I cannot believe people spend that much money. Now, she also owned this. This is a Washington, D.C. property owned by Anna Walsh at the time of her death. She owned this one as well. That's a really nice property. Probably a shoebox size, Shannon. $500,000. Oh my God. They're not. That's insane. She also owned this property. This was also in Massachusetts. Have no idea how much she paid for it or whatever. But this is monthly income generating, right? Monthly, it's generating money because there's a bunch of apartments, right? So Anna's property deals were going on right up until she went missing. Less than a week before she reported missing by her employer, Anna closed the deal on December 29th and sold the apartments in Massachusetts outside Boston. The place sold for $220,000, 60% more than the $137,000 she bought it for in 2020. So she made she came out really ahead in a lot of these properties. The tenants of the apartments, Mike and Mandy Sylvia, had previously told that they felt like they were hurried out of the property and it had been sold without them being properly informed after they had rented it for 4 years. They had worked for the couple on the property and said Anna, quote, wore the pants in the family, end quote, while Brian, quote, presented himself as an investor, end quote, but he would have a robe on in his house the whole time. In March, the budding real estate tycoon sold a multi-million-dollar house she owned in Massachusetts and bought a home or a house in D.C. worth about the same amount. The house she owned in Massachusetts, the town where she lived with her husband and children, sold for $1.385 million in less than 2 months on the market. It boasts 5 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms and had been purchased in 2020 for $800,000, records show. The mom then seemed to use the net cash flow to buy her DC mansion in the heart of the Chevy Chase neighborhood. That is a very richy neighborhood in DC, for $1.3 million. Very exclusive neighborhood. My husband works in DC 3 days a week, so I know. The house has 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, 2 full bathrooms, 2 half bathrooms, and a newly renovated kitchen. Records show that she co-owns the house with the investor other than her husband. Walsh also purchased a Baltimore row house in September for $191,500, and there is that photo there. You know, that's a nice property. Oh, thank you, Jesse Land. So this, guys, this is my biggest question. This is the house that Anna owned prior, right? Why did it catch on fire right when she went missing? And it started in the attic. I want to know this so bad, and there's no answer that I know of. He is gross. Dogs and dick are so gross. I mean, there's an article that is out that says, that literally calls him an idiot. I mean, this house was like bukus of money. I think so too. I mean, I think it was the husband too, personally. But I don't know. But Tara, the thing is, like, I thought insurance too, but she didn't own it at the time. She had already sold it. All that money is what got her killed. Well, you know, I think that, again, she was the successful one in the family. He was the scammer. And she wore the pants. She knew how to make a buck. And she was liquefying everything. And she was going to be done with him. And he got rid of her, unfortunately. So rather than a divorce, it is believed that Brian Walsh dismembered Anna Walsh and discarded her body. Assistant District Attorney Lynn Beeland charged during the hearing. The criminal complaint against Brian, released Wednesday, claimed in one count that he, quote, did assault and beat Anna Walsh with intent to unalive such person, and by such ASS alt and beating, should have said that, did K ill and unalive such person. On January 3rd, a man in a Volvo vehicle matching Brian's description. He's got a very distinct look. You'll know him from a mile away if you've seen him before. Brian's description was seen on surveillance placing heavy trash bags in dumpsters at apartment complex in Brockton and Abington. She is in the landfill, I think. Yep, sold those. Sold the fraudulent Andy Warhol. Certainly did. very distinctive look. By the time investigators were alerted of Anna's disappearance and checked the dumpsters in question, Beelan explained the bags had already been transferred and destroyed. The same could be said, however, for the trash bags Brian was thought to have disposed of at his mother's apartment complex in Swampscott. I hope I said that right, where his phone placed him on January 5th. Police traced the bags to a trash transfer station in Peabody, north of Boston, in addition to the blood-stained carpet, hatchet, hacksaw that were previously reported. Beeland said law enforcement found towels, slippers, tape, Tyvek suit match, and one of Brian's purchased days earlier. Also among the rubbish was a Prada purse and hunter boots matching what Ava was said to have been wearing when she was last seen. A COVID-19 vaccination card in her name was found as well. Beeland told the court that DNA analysis of the items revealed both Anna and Brian's genetic material on the bloody slipper and the suit. Walsh also faces charges of improper transport of a body in relation to his his missing wife. He was ordered held without bail on Wednesday. Yeah. He was so careless, which is, good for the police, and all that. But this is the thing. Anna texted her mother and she said, "Mom, I need you to get here. Brian and I are fighting." And she was supposed to be visiting or something. And she was coming, but she waited a couple of days. She's like, "No, it'll be fine." And now she feels so guilty. Can you imagine feeling like the guilt of, you not being there in time? Oh my God, it's terrible. I've got some of the, hold on, let me see if I can find those. I have some of the stupid searches he did. Oh my God. I mean, just dumb as box of rocks, this guy. Okay, here's one of them. You're going to flip when you see these. Okay, take this down. Let me take the spanner down 1 second. Okay. So alleged Google searches from Brian, quote, 10 ways to dispose of a body if you really need to. How long before a body starts to smell? How long for someone to be missing to inherit? This guy is dumb. Mo, what is it? Mo, Curl, and Larry or whatever. Is that who it is? Mo, Curl, and Larry. Look at those. Look at that hair. These stars. You took the words. I don't know. I don't mean to look at anybody. I'm talk about anybody's looks, but that hair, man. Like I can't. He looks like Mo, Curl, and Larry, or one of those guys. Yeah, one of the Three Stooges, doesn't he? Everything is tracked. Everything is tracked now. Boston Harbor. I love Boston. Boston. He does. He looks ridiculous. Yeah. And the thing is, like, he goes out, and you know how most people like keep their head down, they don't look at the cameras, they don't look at the reporters. He comes out and looks right dead at you, and then just starts just smiling like guy's a lunatic. He is a lunatic. And then, hold on. I mean, he's got an article literally written about him. Brian Walsh is a quote dumb as dirt end quote alleged criminal legal experts. So yeah, dumb as dirt. It says, quote, if these allegations are true, it's stunning how dumb as dirt this guy appears to be. A high-profile criminal defense attorney told the Post, it's unbelievable. Bedro, a former prosecutor of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, said Walsh internet searches will not only be used as evidence for his alleged crime, but might work against his ability to blame mental health issues. His internet searches, as sick as they may be, are rational in a hold on, where was I just lost my. His internet searches, as sick as they may be and rational, are cognate thought way type of way, the lawyer said. There appears to be a lot of planning, and it appears to be well thought out. I mean, to be honest with you, she knew she deserved better, and dang if she didn't. I mean, this man faked Andy Warhol paintings. Those poor children growing up having. I know. And that's the sad thing. It's always the kids who suffer. Always the kids. Never fails. I mean, look at her. She is just gorge, you know. Yeah. I wonder where she met him at. Or was she just like, you know how long she had been like American citizen or in America? I wonder how long. Like maybe she was doing it just to get her citizenship or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I think she may have just been doing it just because of, she was beautiful. And she was working in, working in DC, and the woman knew how to make a coin. She knew how to make a coin. She definitely did. So, let me see. Do I have anything else for y'all tonight? When I see this house, I don't know, the pool, like it's all, you can tell it hasn't been taken care of and stuff, probably because she was working all the time. But it just looks like an empty home to me. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like, to me, I just see like broken dreams and broken promises. You know what I mean? When I see that with the pool like that, I'm like, God, man, that really sucks. That really, yeah, she was Eastern European. He left his kids mentally and has child possessed this. I don't know, Carla. I don't know. You know what? This is America. And like I said earlier, we showed 9 kids getting at a convenience store in Georgia, right? Think about all of these kids across this country right now who are facing, not enough food in their home, not their parents that are struggling with addiction. These kids are raising themselves, or uh an elder sibling raising them, grandparents raising their children. You know what I mean? It is really bad, and it's drugs and it's greed and it's all, it's a bunch of stuff. How did she balance it all with our going back and forth? That's a good question, Amy. I mean, yeah, there was 9 kids, Southern girl, go to the more of the beginning toward our video here, and 9 kids that was, uh, at a convenience store in Georgia. You're fine, Sherry. Good to see you, honey. Do you think the world has always been like this, or do you think that's because Whitney, it's always been, as life, there's some things that remain constant, but everything, nothing new is under the sun. We know more about it now, and the information can literally pass around the world faster than literally a snap. And so we know more of it now and stuff, but when it comes to drugs, it's kids used to not like raise themselves because their parents was slouched out, in a crack den or something. I mean, it's an epidemic, and like, listen, I've been clean for 10 years, and I was always, never had to do that or anything, but an addict is an addict. There's just different forms of it. Information is faster than print articles. Absolutely, Mohawk. Absolutely. And, it's, there's a reason there's so much like addiction and depression and stuff now, in my opinion. But I don't know what it is, but there's something in our modern culture. I mean, America is 5% of the world's population, right? We're like 3 or 5%. I think it's 5%. And we take literally 70% of the Earth's pain medication. 70% of the Earth's pain medication. And we're only 5% of the US or the world population. It's not that we have 70% of the pain, right? It's an internal thing. So when we live a rough life, it sure is easier to self-medicate. Yeah. Yep. Same. Yeah. Yep. Love you, fluffies. So it's just a crazy thing. It's I have a lot of people thinks like I don't even know what, like, like 25 and below, what their generation is called. I don't even know what they're, but I have a lot of hope. Congratulations, Gypsy Mountain. Congratulations. Bernie, congratulations. I have a lot of hope in the new generation. I really do, because what I think that they see, that they really just seem to really embrace each other, and I think that's a really great thing. Gen Z, is that what it is? I didn't know if it was Gen Z, or I thought Gen Z was. I think you're right, because I'm a millennial. Okay, but anywho, yes, so that's that. Anywho, what's everybody doing tonight? I watched a little bit of the Murdaugh trial today while I was driving. I had so much driving to do today. And I have a lot of driving to do tomorrow, but I will, all boomers' grandkids called Echo children. Oh, you're a baby boomer? Baby boomer. Cleaned all day, making pretty jewelry. Oh, that's nice. So they said the defense really kicked one of the the prosecutor kicked one of the defense's butt today. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Buster's, Fluffy. This is the thing. There is alleged that Alec has, that his father or grandfather has money like offshore of his inheritance and stuff, which they can never touch, even if they wanted to. Like, they couldn't touch it to pay Alec's stuff off. And they said, like, Buster would never have to work again. And I'm thinking, is that why this kid is taking up for his sick ass dad? Oh, come on, guys. We need some likes. We need likes. We need likes. Yeah, the defense expert witness was a stomp on the prosecution is in the cross. Yes, that girl. Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like, to be quite honest with you, and I don't mean to, like, because Paul's life should not have been taken at all, and especially by his father, allegedly. But I feel like the only one of them that had, like, heart was Maggie. In a sense, like, I feel bad because what happened to Paul and stuff, but Paul got into a lot of trouble. You're 6 days clean. Congratulations. Yay. Stay busy. Stay busy. Build your new routines. It's the hardest thing. Stay busy and build new routines. Congratulations. Just as well, if they asked Buster if his dad asked him to go hunting, and he said yes, but he told him no, he didn't. I was thinking, hell no. Yeah. We're almost to 300 likes. We need 300 likes, at least. On the replay crew, we need more likes. Please do it for me. I need it. defense expert, 5'2". Oh my God. I know. I heard that while I was driving today. 5'2" shooter. 5'2". What is this? The Lollipop Crew? I mean, what are these? Oompa Loompas shooting? Huh. Oh, thank you, Whitney. I mean, Alec Murdaugh is 6'3", 6'4". He was shooting from the hip. You're 5'2". I'm not judging you, Nosy. I'm not judging. Because I'm not much, well, I mean, I'm taller than Dolly, but that's, it doesn't say a lot. But, I'm 5'8". Maybe 9. But I'm 6 foot with 4-inch heels, 4-inch pumps. How you doing? Agreed. He wouldn't known what they, yeah. You're 5 foot and 61. You go, girl. So yeah. You like my 4-inch pumps? Comment. Shrinking. Yeah, that's the crappy thing. As we get older, we shrink. At okay, sorry. Do you think the jury is so dense that they do not know that I'm going to be you know what? I'm afraid he's going to get out of this. I really am, because there's things that the jury doesn't know. And could you believe that defense attorney tweeted the judge? I was like, and the judge, God bless him, he is so humble. You know what? He retires in June, I think it is. He has served his time. Nothing makes him too hot-headed or anything anymore. Maybe back in the day, excuse me, he did. But yeah, the I don't know, the bald head, not Dick, the other one. I don't know. But he retweeted him something. And the judge is like, "Was this part of your defense?" The defense attorney is a joke, but not. Yeah. That judge, he lost his son, Tara? How? I did not know he lost his son. He passed a week prior to trial, heart attack, 41. Oh my God. You can tell, I mean, as judges should, but judges should be the best of people with character. And you can tell the man has just a balanced character, and he is a very fair judge. You can see some judges that really, in my opinion, shouldn't be on the bench, but I really think he was sitting down on the side by side and got out there fast as he could to save time. Interesting, maybe. You can tell that the trial is being held in a... Yeah, you can definitely tell that. You can definitely tell it's in the South. Yeah, I think the judge is doing a good job to be impartial. Mandy, I'm going to be doing some soon. I'm waiting for a table to arrive from Wayfair, and then I'll start doing that. Because I have to have like a table, and it's got to have like one of these booms where I can hook my camera up to, and it can be over top and all of that stuff. So I think he can see out through the bullet. I know, Tara. I think he can see through all the BS, but can the jury see through all the BS? That's what matters. But everyone's like, well, Murdaugh is going to spend the rest of his life in prison regardless, because he has all the, the financial stuff. But to me, it's not the point. I want him charged because, in my opinion, he's guilty of murder. They aren't taking notes. Bye, Bernie. Oh, good, Jessie Lynn. Good. Do you live in a cold climate, warm climate? You have 4 seasons? I think they can. No, they can request a new trial, but if it's approved or not, that's it's a lot of not really, no. I wonder if Cousin Eddie helped. I really think Cousin Eddie may have helped. Oh, you pruned your jade tree today? No, God, a jade tree. Let me tell you something. You know how I propagate some jade trees? I literally will pinch off one leaf, Plant Diva, and I'll put them in just a tit-tat of water, and they'll grow roots. One leaf. Yeah, Whitney, I haven't heard of that either. Yeah, Sandy, let's check out his 5-foot friends. Psst. Right. Oh, by the way, Marissa, she was at the Jay Shetty conference show, whatever you want to call it, that motivational speaker. I don't need a mic for the plants. They don't talk back. No. I have a lot of plants. I used to have a billion freaking plants. Now I just have a lot. So you'll love a jade tree. Elves running around South Carolina, exactly. All right, guys, it's 9:09 p.m. here. I got to get ready for bed. I have to be up very early in the morning, 5 o'clock. I hit the ground running this morning, literally. So you do have a green thumb, SB. You do. I promise you. Promise. I know they're losing a lot of jurors. I was like, I'm glad I mean, how many do they got left? They only got like 1 or 2 left. 5 more likes, 5 more likes, 5 more likes. And replay crew, please hit it. Come on, please. It's okay. I have family in town, so hopefully I get you. Oh, Nosy, okay, honey, good to see you. All right, Jessie Lynn, you got it. Camille, love you, honey. You call me anytime you need me. Yeah, it lights up. I just need to find the remote around here somewhere. I think I got the remote, but yeah, it lights up. And I have it, and it's actually, I have my camera mirrored, and it looks like it's backwards right now. It's actually not backwards. I just have my camera mirrored because I like this side better than of myself. So, okay. All right. Love you all. I used to have a lot of plans now. I don't, but I'm fixing to change that. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing. Good night.